So, your dreams for the future.
Dreams for the future. Well,
Where do you want to go? You're
I'm really using my business as a catalyst to change the world.
good for you.
And I know that sounds perhaps a little bit grandiose, but that's sort of my,
I like the grandiose approach. Well, no, my belief is go for it.
yeah, you have to dream big, right? And so it's not just, helping people in the community, but also how can I use my business as a catalyst to change animal welfare, to save elephants, elephant conservation, like just sort of thinking, like like
Are you
maybe
an-
I could be a Jane Goodall one day, like
Are you an
it's
environmentalist too?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very, and that actually ties into my business because when you're organizing and decluttering someone's house, the amount of stuff that I remove from someone's house can sometimes be, hundreds of garbage bags, depending on the
Oh, I
house,
know.
right?
I know.
So I'm very, very thorough as to what goes in the garbage, what gets donated to a charity, sort of like Value Village or, other blue box places in the area where they can recycle and upcycle, or what can be recycled. So very little of what I take out of the house, unless it's actually trash, goes into the landfill because we're running out of space. I'm cognizant of that, and organizers really contribute to that, so they have to be mindful of that. So that's one thing that I'm very, very aware of when I'm decluttering.
Yeah.
Because and just water bottles, not bringing.
Just amazing in our society. You just walk into like a store. I don't want to name stores, but
Yes.
there's an item for every single thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And if there isn't one, they'll invent one.
Yes. Yes.
And they're usually genuine plastic.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
they usually genuinely break after.
Yes.
And then we get to buy another one.
Yeah. Well, and places like the dollar store, for example, they sort of encourage that, right? Because you can go in there and buy cheap toys or things like that. And I declutter a lot of that when I go into people's homes. They just say, "We're going to get rid of that," and that it's just sort of like a one-use time thing that they've purchased, maybe for a party or
One-shot thing that go to the party store, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then it just gets thrown away. So yeah, making I sort of impart that knowledge onto my clients to be more mindful once we've done the whole process when they go shopping. And it actually, a lot of people come back and say to me, I went out shopping even during the process if I'm not finished with them. I had a client, for example, who loved baseball hats, and he said I went to the store and he had a really big collection of hats. And I got him down to half, and he said I went to the store the other day and I went to the baseball hat section, and he's like, I didn't buy a cap. And I said, wow, that's really impressive. And he said, yeah, I was really conscious. I had your voice in my head saying, do I need this?
Do I need it? Yeah.
Right? Because you
I
only
want
have
it.
one head, and how many caps can you wear, in one shot?
I
So
want it, but I don't need it.
exactly. So yeah, it's interesting how, I give lots of tips and techniques when I'm working with people, but I do try to impart this simplistic, mindful lifestyle, if you will.
Good stuff.